That's not going to work. I know. We have so much protection.
Awesome, though. It was the
Prank
best.
callers have so many layers of protection. And guess what? Try calling the police and describing this menacing call. Just try. See how far you get. They ain't coming. They ain't responding.
But
Okay?
at least my prank callers were like, "You're a slut. Fuck you. You're marrying a Jew-ass kike." And they're like saying all this to my boss. I mean, our pranks are nicer than that, okay?
I know our pranks are very lighthearted. They're college style. All right, what do we have next? We still have a bit of stuff left here, believe it or not.
I know, we have a
lot of
ton.
stuff. So why don't you cut to me? I'll tell the kids a story about growing up. And this is a story about when I went to Russia and they started calling me the machine. What do we got?
Do you want to show any? I've got a ton of random club randoms that I've been collecting. I've got Bill Burr. I've got some Kill Tony. I've got Andrew Tate on BFFs. I've got some Brian Callen.
I'm trying to make executive decisions here because all of this stuff I yelled at myself saying
to not leave the heavy lifting to the end, and you did.
No, not that at all. There's no end in sight here. We're not dealing with that one bit. I said at the beginning of this that I wanted to cover everything that we wrote down today and get it off my notes. So I'm looking, and I've decided this is what I was thinking. I've made the executive decision to cover it all. We're getting the end of the show notes. 1,000 line items. This is going to hurt. Melton goes blue. The shades change. No, let's watch this. Andrew Schultz was on Tim Dillon, and these were a few of the things. Let's just play the main one that made me think, is he telling a fib about the streamer?
Dude, you were like so sweaty right now. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I had to say something.
Oh, I'm sweating right now?
like I just...
Cut the tape! Cut!
I just was like, whoa.
Jeez. It is getting hot in here. So how long have we been on right now? Don't cut back.
6:16.
6:16.
Like, this is almost the sweatiest that I've ever seen you. It must be humid out right now.
Yeah, this is, we're going through our monsoon season here. And it's really nice. You get some rain, but it's bringing some unwanted humidity and a lot of unwanted bugs, and I'm getting bugged out here. I just cannot do it. I don't know what these types of bugs are either. A whole different variety, and they just dart at you. How's that? Is that any better? You don't cut back yet.
Oh, he's picking his nose with one finger in each hole, doing a double.
Will you stop
pick?
saying something gross like that? Because that's what they're going to imagine. Can you imagine if I said something like that about you?
He did a scoop at the same time, and then he goes...
Stop saying anything like that, because they will imagine that stuff. Okay, we'll be right back here after we de-sweat. I saw a guy. He was as sweaty as me, and I couldn't believe it. You ever see some sucker's AC? You could cut back to me. This guy, his solution for AC was him just in the window like this, and he was sitting in his stupid truck, and both windows were down. You could tell he's miserable, and he's just got like a towel over. So he'd just be driving. He'd just be like, yeah, no AC, but at least I got this towel. And he's just fucking driving with a towel. That's just how his solution to stay cool was. Never seen anything like that in my life. Our windows are tightly rolled up. Okay, so Andrew Schultz, I believe, is lying about this streamer. And I want to show you this weird interaction that they had on the Tim Dillon show. They were pretty weird with each other. I don't think they quite mesh. And I'm thinking that Andrew Schultz, really the bimbo starts coming out. Oh, you wanted to show? Really the bimbo, Tim Dillon is no Eric Warts Weinstein. But Tim Dillon seems like a kind of like a scholar and like a historian and like a scientist level, more like a Lex Friedman level guy compared to Andrew Schultz. because Andrew Schultz don't really know nothing. And when he sits with Tim, you could really see it. You'll notice Andrew does a thing when he doesn't know something. He goes, yeah, and then he tries to get it back to some bullshit, corny-ass thing that he overheard. Very easy to tell. But the Tim Dillon fans have picked up on this. We thought Andrew Schultz was loved. We thought everybody finally
he'd won everyone over in the entire world.
But the Tim Dillon fans kind of caught on. They're calling him out in the comments left and right. They do not like Schultz. They draw the line at Schultz.
I screenshotted a lot of them.
Yeah, we'll see this. Well, give me a time code. Let's show some of these weirdities. And you tell me, is Andrew Schultz telling the truth? I want to look deep into his face when he's asked about the streamer. And then I'm going to show you what I saw in his special where I kind of am leaning towards this is a big lie. I remember his big marketing push, and give me a time code, by the way.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. His big marketing push for this special since it came out is, yo, my special was too intense for my streamer. So I was like, fuck y'all, and I bought my special back. So, bro, if you want to support free speech and all of comedy, please, this thing cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Please, man, pre-order the special. You're going to love it. All that bull. That was his marketing pitch. And I'm thinking, it's weird because he didn't put it up for free, right? He did it on DAZN or DePay or one of those networks.
Moment House.
Moment House. He did it on Moment House. So you have to pay $15 plus a service fee. That's not very underground. You had to pay the service fee. At the end of the day, it was $18.92. We bought it. And we watched it on Moment House. And I'll tell you, if he bought this back from a streamer for hundreds of thousands of dollars, well, what was he buying back? Because the production, and you'll see this, it says a Schultz production. It doesn't credit. If he filmed a special with Amazon or Netflix, it would have been filmed by their people or at least up to their credentials or up to their
Isn't Netflix
standards.
like super strict on what cameras you use?
Here's
like
what blew it for me. Here's what blew it for me. Netflix has very strict guidelines on what cameras you can and cannot use, and this is what blew it for me. Andrew Schultz's special, as far as my eyes could tell, were shot on the exact same cameras he uses for his show. The Blackmagic, Ursa, whatever those are. And I could tell they're the same cameras. Not only is the color science identical, but the frame rate. He was always a little off with his frame rates. So I'm watching his special. I'm seeing the exact same camera. It's a little jittery. The color is a little shitty. The same color from his show. The same frame rate from his show. And then I'm looking around at the other camera operators, and I'm not seeing anything too fancy. But I'm remembering Andrew Schultz constantly telling me that he bought back the special. It cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to make. But if it cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to make, well, then the cameras you see would not be the ones he's using to shoot his podcast on. They wouldn't use those because they would be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. Those are cameras he already owns, so they wouldn't be spending anything. And why would Amazon or Netflix start off on a project with Andrew Schultz and then have him and his team film it? That makes no sense. They don't do that. They don't just say, oh, shitheads, whatever you film us, it could just be the tape for the back. No, they have standards, and they make you use either one of their production companies or it has to be an approved production. I mean, you could look this up. Definitely, Andrew Schultz's podcast homies are not an approved Netflix or Amazon production company, as you can see from the mixed color shots. So Netflix does this because Netflix and Amazon are too big. They can't really run original programming that has two different color shots on consumer grade. Like they have a standard. Not that high, but it's higher than what Schultz was shooting. So those things really led me to suspect that there's no streamer. There never was a streamer. And we have a few other things.
Yeah, Lawa Ye.
Yeah, let's hear from him.
He's a guy from the BBG. He knows everything. He's got his hands everywhere. He says, Andrew always films with his co-host Alex Media. There was never a streamer involved. They did it all themselves.
There you go. So, well, I mean, wait, what do you mean? That's an accusation or this happened?
He's just saying you're right.
But how does he know I'm
They
right?
could have done it because, I don't know, I think that he watches...
But why
do you
is
mean,
Andrew
what do you
Schultz is going around telling people buy my special because it was going to be on Netflix or Amazon?
I mean, there's no way that it could be on Netflix. We already know that because of what you just said.
Exactly. So the camera
Amazon, I don't
ruled
know
it
how
out. The
strict
stupid
they
Andrew
are.
Schultz. So Andrew Schultz going into this lie didn't think of the Netflix camera thing.
And if it was just a situation where he shot it himself with Alex Media and then sold it to Amazon, then why would he have to pay hundreds of thousands
of
unless
dollars.
he was just paying back the money that they paid him for this special, and that's not buying it back for $100,000, that's getting a refund.
That's what we're trying to dig into here. And so far, there's no streamer that's come out and said they're the streamer. And why wouldn't you want to be on a streamer? We watched the special. There were no jokes in there that he wouldn't have tamed down for the streamer. It makes no sense. And remember, the special is not for free. So here's the idea behind a special. You take a comic like Andrew Schultz, who's got a fan base, he's doing well, and then you present him to a giant audience, hence a special. When you're on Netflix, you're not only getting paid, but millions of new people are now discovering you. When Andrew Schultz is selling this special alone on Moment House, only Andrew Schultz fans are buying this. Nobody who doesn't know who he is going out and spending $18.92 just to roll the dice on Moment House. It's not like it's even suggested to you as an app on something or something to buy. You have to literally go to his link that you've already heard out of his mouth. So he's not introducing it to anyone new unless maybe a friend shows a friend. Okay. So why would he want that? How is that special? And meanwhile, he knows if you're paying $18.92 to see a special, you most likely already saw it when you saw him on tour. So he's essentially selling back the same ticket that you already paid for when you came and saw him on tour, and really nothing more. So the marketing is brilliant. I'm the heroic Andrew Schultz, and the streamer said my jokes were too edgy, and I was like, fuck y'all. And I bought back the special. I'm in debt. Help me out. But the real story is, yo, remember all y'alls that came out to my tour and paid $100 to $300 to see me? Well, now here's a copy of that show for another $18.95. Thank you. That's it. That's all you're getting. And somehow this has been built up on all these podcasts as if he's doing us a favor. And then you watch the special, and there's nothing offensive in it. It's all crap. Garbage. The only thing offensive is he's mimicking a black voice the whole time, which Joe Budden is not going to like. We've got that clip for you. So what's our first
the only reason that the words buying it back makes sense at all is if they produced it for you and you had to buy it from them.
Yeah. And then they'd be credited, not Andrew Schultz Productions. When you go to watch his special, the only people credited are him and 3 other fucking dipshits friends of his. So where's the whole production from Amazon? Where's the whole production from Netflix? You'd still have to credit them if you bought it from them. You can't just be like, your work is now Andrew Schultz Media did it. And we replaced the names of the cameramen. No. I'm telling you, there's no streamer.
But he keeps saying he bought it back, when what he really means is he got either this is all a complete lie or he just had to give the money back because he's not giving the special to Amazon.
Exactly. Or there's another option. He made this dog shit special and no network would buy it. He thought he was big time enough where he could film his own special for dirt cheap using his podcast cameras. And then he brought it around to Amazon and they were like, nah, not for us. It's because it's too edgy. Too edgy or shot poorly and looks like a YouTube production. This is not Netflix quality. Sorry. Could that be? But I don't think that he turned down. Why would he turn down? That opportunity is so much bigger than him selling it on his own.
And also, what is the most talked about comedy special last year that you can't stop hearing about every second? Dave Chappelle's Netflix special. It seems like these networks, they want people to think that they're like woke, but if they were, they would have taken his special down. Like they like the attention that they're getting from these edgy specials. Like
this
they can't
isn't
stop
lining up
like Ricky Gervais and stuff. This is what they want.
Listen, I'm not going to believe it until I hear it from the streamer that this happened. And by the way, you're accusing one of four companies, basically, when you say the streamer. I took it to a big streamer and they said I had a drink. So you're kind of taking four big brands, Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, and let's say HBO Max, and you're accusing them of wanting to tame down and censor your comedy. Just because you're not saying their name, if you're saying it's one of the big streamers, you're accusing one of them of censorship, which might be something that all their customers might have a problem with. I would seek damages if I were in Netflix. All right, let's see him and Tim Dillon.
What were we saying the other day about how after the Joe Rogan Spotify thing, it was kind of like a test run for all these networks to see how much
they ain't
trouble
losing nobody.
And they'd realize they kept Joe Rogan, they kept Dave Chappelle. They were like, oh, we don't really have to kick people off if they're making us a lot of money.
No.
And
trans people are renting books and stuff like that. They're renting media.
It's the wrong time for him to be doing a thing where he's like, the networks are kicking me off. Like, everyone's kind of
censorship.
Over that.
All right, let's see what they do with him and Tim Dillon. Cut to this. Let's see what happens. 4 minutes in.
And that's why that's what you got to do. Just got to roll with it. This special, did you know they were going to fuck you a little?
So, see, everybody else is believing him, kinda, but I don't think any of them have any info, because Tim's asking like a line of questioning like we would ask him for the first time. It just seems like if this was happening, all the comics would know the real story behind the scenes, and they wouldn't all be interviewing him as if they don't know the story. You know, they would be like, oh, yeah. Because why wouldn't he tell his fellow comics the name of the streamer? It's weird. But look at Andrew's face when he's asked about it right away.
That's what you got to do. Just got to roll with it. This special, did you know they were going to fuck you a little?
No.
This is the same himbo face he makes when he doesn't really know what to say. This isn't the confident, I got a line for everything Andrew Schultz, like we even saw in his special. This is that bonehead, airhead, bimbo, himbo version of him that really we only see when he doesn't have an answer for something. So interesting. And I heard it from across the room. I wasn't even watching this tape. And I heard him go, and I go, Jules, stop the tape. Is this guy lying about there being a streamer? Let's see that again.
Oh, they were going to fuck you a little.
No.
Yeah.
But originally, listen, I thought there was going to be maybe issues.
Yeah.
But I showed him everything. So it's like, you know what you're getting in bed with.
Right.
And then I think it was the trans shit with Chappelle that scared the fuck out of them.
Terrified people.
Yeah.
And they
Why? That didn't do anything to anybody. Netflix lost 0 customers. Everybody loved Chappelle's specials. Your special was recorded way after that. The deal with... Let's see.
Trans shit with Chappelle that scared the fuck out of them.
Terrified people.
Yeah.
And they said, this is too much.
Yeah, they're like, we just want you to cut these different things. And I was just like, I'm not going to do it.
No.
And I also like,
It seems like this would be a more sit up and you were not going to believe this story. You know, you've been going after censorship and free speech all year. This would be like a big ticket item to expose.
Wow.
Why aren't you exposing this terrible censorship
This is your number
platform?
one
This is your
crusade.
number one pet peeve is censorship and people. I don't know about you guys, but if somebody was trying to do that to me, I'd be yelling their name all day. You don't really want to talk about it. It's not that much of a big deal. It's not? Seems huge. I mean, now you have to buy back your special, remember, and all that. Pretty big. You lose their huge audience. You had to buy back your special, run it on Moment House. Doesn't seem like it's not that big a deal for a guy who's trying to take on the world and be the richest, coolest podcaster. Second to Logan Paul. He probably thinks Impulsive is the number one podcast. That's how stupid. Yeah, Impulsive's the number one podcast. The little guy told me. All right. They're identical, by the way. Him and Logan Paul are very interchangeable. All right, let's see what happens.
the fuck out of them.
Terrified people.
Yeah.
And they said, this is too much.
Yeah, they're like, we just want you to cut these different things. And I was just like, I'm not going to do it.
No.
And I also like, I'd never done stand up for a network.
Right.
So I'd never went through the notes process.
Right.
I'd always
So you're
just,
doing it for, you see the language though? He's doing it for the network. So why was his Akash production team filming it? Do you have an answer?
I think what happened actually is this.
Okay.
He filmed this special all by himself.
Yes.
He started trying to sell it
Yes.
to networks. He's like selling it to people, Netflix, Amazon, HBO. Amazon is the only one who answered. They were like, we'll kind of take anything. So we'll take this if you cut these couple jokes that we don't really like.
Because
or I
Amazon is like,
guess.
yeah, like you could be on Amazon Plus where you do a pay thing, I guess, if you want.
And then he was like, wait.
Like even Joe Matarese had something on it, right? Like you could, Josh Denny
like
could get,
anyone can.
yeah. And they're like, but
I
you-
guess if you cut these jokes, yeah, you can upload it to Amazon. And then he got this idea that he's gonna sell it on
buy it
Moment
back.
House,
And he might have
this-
even said buy
like,
it
the
back
buy it
when he was
never
trying to be,
happened.
he was talking like a rapper. I bought that shit back, yo. And
There
then
was no
he got
exchange of
quoted,
money
but now he
ever.
realized people thought that was badass, so he had to keep it up. Either way, look how fucking green he is compared to me. And he looks weird on this Tim Dillon show, right? Like if you see Andrew Schultz from certain angles, he
This was
looks
like the
a-
weirdest I've seen him act. It was almost like him and Tim have like a history
And
where
by
they
the
don't really like each other.
By the way, if this hasn't been said, the man who's stolen his entire style and vibe from G-Eazy. And I mean, go look it up. Go check out G-Eazy is also a almost perfect replica of Andrew Schultz as
See,
far
look
as
at
their
him and
body.
I, and then listen to this.
Yeah, watch.
It's him.
And G-Eazy does this in his videos. Look.
If I hit it one time, I'm a piper. If I hit it 2 times, then I like her.
That's A$AP
If I
Rocky,
fuck 3 times, I'm a
unfortunately.
wiper.
yeah.
It ain't
He's
safe
coming.
for the black or the white girl. It ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Any man pipe up, nigga pipe up. And it bands from the safe in your face.
Watch, here he comes. Andrew Schultz.
To a nightclub. Hey. Yeah, fuck with me and get some money. Yeah, hey, fuck with me and get some money. Yeah, fuck with me and get some money. Hey, yeah, fuck with G and get some money. No limit, I'm a fucking soldier. Hey, always lit, yeah, I'm never sober. It's for 3 days in a row, yo bitch coming over. Told that bitch to kick rock, she act like it's a boulder. Hey, Rory, shopping. That
Okay. Cut that. But he really, he stole his whole style. So if you're like, man, Andrew Schultz is the GOAT. Stop
Same
saying that.
guy.
As a guy, by the way, no guy should be the GOAT to another guy. Are you gay? He's the greatest of all time. I love this word, the GOAT. Stop. I hate that phrase. Andrew Schultz is not the GOAT, and he's stolen all of his swag from G-Eazy, who's a fag. By the way, Jeezy's not cool. So, really stupid. All right, let's hear some more lies, scams, and schemes.
Just done YouTube and Instagram and shit. So like,
Yeah.
I felt weird, and I was like, I'm not about to water it down now that I have this big, beautiful thing.
No, you
It's
built
not a
this thing
big
on your
beautiful.
own.
That's
Exactly.
the other thing. It's not beautiful. It's a bunch of fast-talking crowd work that only works on mid-level half Mexicans, and it really is all show no go. I mean, it's the same thing as like when you see like a crazy car, but it's got all this fucking shit all over it, and it gets your attention. But then you realize, like, it's just a 4-cylinder, shitty-ass car covered in crap. It's like that. He really is the definition of that. Channeling Chris D'Elia in his stand-up special. We'll show you some clips. And the black stuff. Joe Budden is right. This is a racist-ass cracker. Now, let's finish up the few time codes from here. Do you have any more from this, or should we show Joe
let's
Budden?
see.
Because I want to go over
What
that.
time
I
are
think
you
this
at
is
right
good, and
now?
I think Schultz deserves this, and we should stick it to Schultz.
Go to 5:45 for a sec. Because at this part, I was like, does Tim even believe him?
No, I don't think Tim
Look at
likes.
Tim's eyes while he asks this
I don't
question.
think Tim likes him. I think he thinks
No.
he's a phony, baloney, clout networker, and that's what he is. I mean. And you could tell this was Tim. Tim knew, like Tim one-on-one talking to him. Tim goes, "Oh, okay. So you're one of those. Okay, I see." Tim cannot dress worth shit, man. Did you see this Balenciaga hoodie? He always buys the worst of the highest brands fashion. Like he buys the worst item that they make, whether it's sunglasses, the shirt. He just can't seem to get it together. All right, let's see what happens here at 5:45. Does Tim know?
Be like willy-nilly
to
about
let
it.
the control go away.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to ask what streamer it is.
See, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what streamer it is. He would if this was a real story. Schultz would not keep that private information amongst the comedy, what do they call that? The comedy
Like
dark web? The comedy dark inner circle? What do they call these
the,
guys? Yeah, the
intellectual dark web.
intellectual comedians dark
But
web.
don't
Yeah.
you think if Tim was being the real Tim, he would go, just say what streamer it is. Say what
Exactly.
But since he kind of knows that Andrew is lying, but then out
he's
of comics
letting-
respect, he's going to go,
I'm going to let you lie out of comics marketing respects.
Exactly.
Wow.
Control go away.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to ask what streamer it is. I just know that it's not Netflix because Netflix is so desperate right now.
They would take anything.
They asked me to
Okay,
read.
so you confirmed it wasn't Netflix. So you're really accusing, this is how I'm going to say it, every day, you're accusing like 3 or 4 other companies of being corrupt.
People who watch Flagrant 2 are saying that he used to always mention it was Amazon, and then suddenly he kind of stopped saying that.
Interesting.
So that I feel like lends to my theory.
That he shopped it around and they're like,
And
this
they were
isn't-
kind of in talks, and then so he
Yeah.
started going Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. But then
And he
when
knows he
it
can't
fell
use this
through-
language and say Amazon because it's probably not true. I don't know why he wouldn't be able to say that if that was the truth.
If it all went down like he said, then you
then
should
why
be
not
like,
just
Amazon
say
rejected
Amazon
me.
rejected it? Take it up with Amazon. Why would the other option is you're protecting Amazon, the censorship gods? You have something else you want to do with them later that will be censored that you're planning? I mean, why do you need them anymore? Fuck them. Are your Prime subscriptions going to get canceled? Do you think they're going to stop sending you face wash?
And another theory that I had was that he just had like some like crowd work special on YouTube. Didn't he put a
Yeah.
couple specials that he made himself on
Yeah,
YouTube?
on YouTube for
And
no
he
money.
needed a reason to make people pay
needed-
this time instead
here's
of just
why
putting it
we
on
s-
YouTube again.
You can't just put it on YouTube for free. He wanted to get paid, son. So he needed a reason. And what better reason than I've been censored? All right.
He cut my special where I say the N word,
Really?
and because they just want attention. They
You
said,
cut the joke about the N-word?
They said no. They said, "Can you just start screaming the N word?"
But what was that thing you were...
Okay, nonsense. All right, do we have any more from this tape, or should we go to what Joe Budden had
I
to
mean,
say?
there's more, but it's kind of more of the same.
Yeah,
we got
sure.
our point across.
Yeah. So look at this. We'll show you the special. Let's do that now. Moment House, right?
Yes.
Andrew Schultz and Tim. Okay, let me zoom out of that. The Andrew Schultz special, and we'll just show you this one part here on Moment House. Hopefully, let's see if I... Look at that. It's going to work for me. That's a nice system. Okay, so we're going to go to...
I know, I can't believe how many
beginning.
browsers this lets you watch it on.
I know, it really is nice. So it's on Moment House. I'll show you what this looks like. You're met with a player, and then you're instantly bombarded with, buy my merch! Meaningless nerd. Heavy's Gym, he's selling. Heavy's Gym, I don't know. God knows why. Heavy's Gym merch. Okay, so you gotta see the opening of his special. It's a little weird. And again, remember, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh, we had him on Tim Dillon. That was the one clip we missed. But you got to take my word for it. He was on Tim Dillon going, these things cost multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars to make if you want to make them good. So he's saying that he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on his special, right? Okay, well, let's see where the money is. So we'll cut. It's got this pre-show here. Let me get through this. And then we'll show you the opening, which is mine. Here. Oh, wait, that was really weird, too. Can I cut back to my arrow keys work here? They don't. But look at this. Look at this little sign that came up.
Oh, yeah, I totally
Remember
forgot
this?
about that.
Look at this. Let's see if I can get it. It's a weird player. Here we go. Come on. Okay, it's starting Moment House.
Bubbly on the bubbly. You know, sparklers on the Bugatti. Oh, hot dangles on the Bugatti.
The show is about to begin. Look at that fade out. Very nice.
You that valet with the heads. That little Smucker's jelly. Orion's belt. See the Big Dipper.
This is like some listener submitted break music that they used. Look at this. This is the weird part. Audio notice. The sound design of this special has been curated to transport you into the show. We recommend you turn your volume up so you don't miss out on the full experience. Enjoy. It was recorded no different than anything else in the history of the world's been recorded. There is no sound design. It's literally two mics on the audience, left and right, and one mic on him. Nothing we haven't seen before. 3 microphone job. There's no experience. He just wanted us to turn this up so we're overwhelmed by the laughter. Wow. Okay. Here's the opening. Look at this. This is so cringe. Wait till you see this. So this is like when Josh Denny realized that if the crowd mic is too low, if you only have 3 people laughing, it sounds like 0 are laughing when the crowd mic's low. So Andrew Schultz did the opposite. He's cranked those crowd mics. Dude, it sounds like more people.
And it worked. The sound was crazy. I
mean, it was deafening, and you could hear it here.
People were dying.
But wait till you see, he's got one of these boxing announcers because his dream is to probably come out in the boxing ring. So he's got a boxing announcer do his opening for him. But tell me if I'm wrong. Wait till you hear what the announcer says. Wait till you hear the lines that Andrew told this man to read. Quite hideous. Listen to this. This old guy.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time! Fighting out of New York City, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Okay, wait. He's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. It's quite the fantasy, Andrew. Dude, just tell him I'm like the heavyweight champion of the world, dog. Because that's like, how cool would that be? I mean, this whole bit's been done a million times by the Pauls alone. How many times have the Pauls hired this guy?
This is probably what cost the $100K.
This cost the $100K. So the heavyweight champion of the world. I thought usually you do like you could tell him to say whatever you want. You've hired him. The comedy heavyweight, not even the comedy. Listen, we're going to go back and listen to that. That's pretty fucking screwed up, bro.
Fighting out of New York City, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the one, the only, the infamous Andrew.
Watch this. Look at this. It's so loud. So that is like several million people. When you cut to the theater, when he cuts to the theater, it's only like a 500-seater. That's not 500 people. That is football game level, World Series level cheering that they've added in. I mean, we're looking at a 500, 600, 700 seat theater. You'll see when they cut to it.
He is the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
I can't get over that.
The only, the infamous Andrew.
Listen. Wait till you see the... Okay. Ooh, and it's so, when you hit pause on that, it's like shifting time zones or something. Your ears pop. I mean, that's too much. And again, it's not a big venue. It's one of those small theaters that looks grandiose, but it's a pretty small theater. Okay, let's see how this opens.
What's up, people?
Oh my God. This is crazy. In these headphones, especially, this is insane. I feel like I'm at the game.
Fucking show right there, but.
And the 49ers have just read it.
What we working with? What's up, y'all?
If you lower that and put some sports announcing over that, I don't know much about sports, but let's see what that sounds like.
Show right there, but.
Crowd goes wild as Peterson.
All right, let's see what we working with. What's up, y'all?
Peterson runs into third.
Is that yours right there, bro?
You get it.
Latina? Okay.
Okay.
You gotta be careful with her. You on birth control?
Straight into the crowd work, and then you see this isn't that big of a place. That's not that many people to make that roarish. That's the end. That's the back. You know, you could count all the people in this room. It's really not that many. This isn't like midway through the theater. This is the whole, that's the end, and that's the end. So where is the roarish applause coming from? Now let's show you the blacketiness. I didn't know he was such a homie. What's a good time code that we could show them for the black voice?
You could, I think he does it like the whole time.
Yeah,
There's
I know.
not
but
really
then
any part
didn't
that's
pull
more
out,
than another. But
Michael
you could, go to
Jackson.
2340 for that part.
2340. So he's going to talk. He's going to do this Michael Jackson bit, and I swear we just heard Dave Chappelle do this bit. I swear we just heard it. If you guys could help us out, who just did an R. Kelly bit about should I be able to listen to his music? What time is this? 2340. 2340. Give me a sec.
And And everybody, of course, knows Dave Chappelle's big, long Michael Jackson thing.
Just like Jim Norton, why Jim Norton fell out of favor with comedy audiences is because every time a special would come up, it was Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, and all the hottest topics of 2 years ago. And Andrew Schultz is one of those types of guys where you come to see him live, he's going to give his final say on the 10 topics. Oh, yes. Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, Andrew Schultz, Chris D'Elia, they now cover the 10 topics. Oh, yeah. We come to them for their hilarious new take on abortion. Cancel culture, of course. What's the
Someone
other
was
big
saying
one?
Stav did R. Kelly. Maybe we
Okay,
caught
maybe
on
that was that. So we all know this. I mean, just go to YouTube, type in
But I mean, there's hundreds of examples.
hundreds. Every comedian thinks they need to give their say on Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, COVID, abortion. What was the other big one that they all used to do? But here he is with his Michael Jackson joke that I swear every year that goes by, they're talking about Michael Jackson more. I thought this documentary was 6 years old or something.
It's so long ago.
Why are we still talking about Michael Jackson?
And Dave Chappelle's special where he talked about it was like 2 years ago itself.
Yeah. And they all do this. It's almost like the comedian finds comfort in going up there and tackling the already easy. And remember, this was too edgy. It's need to be taken off Netflix. Let's hear some Michael Jackson stuff. But yeah, the whole special was, I mean, topic after topic was, oh, the topic of the day. Cool. From 2 years ago. Here we go.
Sleeping. It's good to see him spiking end zones, not cocktails, though. I will say that's an improvement for the Cosbys.
The Cosbys. I mean, come on. Cosby. Every
So
special.
I'm looking at this Viking twat, and I'm just like, I should be hating her, okay? But I'm actually so jealous. Because I'm like, I wish I could walk around that oblivious to what a complete hypocrite I am. I know I'm a hypocrite. I gotta deal with that shit every day.
It's coming to work.
You're
That's
a hypocrite?
taxing.
What?
Michael Jackson comes on, and I gotta settle that debt. I love the music, but he touches toddlers, right?
I mean, has this not been done, wrapped up, addressed? I mean, my parents are doing these bits.
They're saying, let me guess, the rape was not that bad because it was Michael. You guessed the entire thing.
I just can't believe we're still doing this. But bro, it's Michael Jackson, man. Sorry. And the bit is about how he'd let Michael Jordan blow him. You've heard this one before.
Like, we know he does it. Wait a minute, do some of y'all think... How many of y'all think Michael Jackson did not touch those kids?
Why would this excite a crowd of anybody? I'd be like, Michael Jackson stuff? No. But I'm not half Mexican and stupid. I mean, they cut to the people. You can see who the people are.
It's almost like every comedian has a huge group of people who have just never encountered
Very
anything
funny.
else funny
Yeah.
in their life. And this is like
So,
their first time.
This is a big comedian fan type guy. I even get guys like this coming over here once in a while and they go, oh, this is hateful. They're really stupid. They appear to be like you and me kind of, but you could see in the eyes there's very little there. And these are the guys going, yo, Andrew's the GOAT. And they mean it with pure innocence. They have no malice. They're just too stupid to figure anything out. There's a million of them. Look at this guy. You think he fucking knows what's going on? He can't get a grip on his life. He don't fucking know. He don't even know if he should hate his own race. I'll let him know. Yeah, but these guys, see, there's a lot of these guys. Look at these guys. Can you see him? Because it's the funniest thing they've ever heard. Sure. I always forget. Yeah, this is the funniest thing they've ever heard. Let me see if I can pick out one more.
Here, do you want to do a
asshole.
game?
Sure.
Let's go to 30 minutes in, and then I'll shout out when to pause, and then we'll see if everyone can guess what's coming next. in
Oh,
his
okay.
bit.
So go to 30 minutes in right now, and then you'll tell me when to pause.
Yes.
And then we're going to ask what the chat thinks the bit is going to be about. Okay, 30 minutes in. Let's see.
Almost 3 years? Good shit. He said almost. What were you doing in the beginning, yo? You throwing that coochie around Austin? What's going on here? Oh, you're engaged and everything. Ooh, congratulations. You get married, you guys move in together, you learn a lot of shit. I learned a lot of shit about my girl when we moved in together. I learned she's a fucking psychopath.
Pause.
Okay,
Why
wow.
is his girl a psychopath?
Yeah, this is a great game to play with the guys. Here, cut to me. Why is Andrew Schultz's girlfriend a psychopath? And how about this $50 gift card to the person who guesses it first in the chat? We'll let the delay catch up. Why is Andrew Schultz's girlfriend a psycho? Can you guess? Oh, and you can't have watched this. You got to be honest. So we'll wait.
I'm waiting. I'm looking at the
we'll
chat.
wait.
I'm
There's just a delay,
scanning.
so you're just going to have to wait in pure silence.
Do.
I'll play this in the meantime. There we go. Happiness. We'll have one more drink. So you're watching the chat to see if anyone gets it.
Look, check my repertoire. It's a plane, it's a guy.
Andrew Schultz's opening song.
The greatest rapper of them all. Puts my mirror on the wall. Bitches come rub these crystal balls.
Nobody's guessing
Nobody's
it.
getting it.
We
Okay.
both guessed it. So
Yeah, we
before
both
he
guessed
said
it before he
I
said
thought
it,
this would
so.
be easy.
Yeah.
Now you're making us look bad.
Final drink, maybe. Cheers.
Make a wish. Feel like Marlo when the wire raising prices on the brick. I emphasize my life legit and put my niggas in position. It can't fall apart if I patch it up like Slick Rick. Tango chains around my neck look like a slave's privilege.
Nobody yet, huh?
Okay.
Maybe we could give
You
them.
got to play one more word, I guess. Play a little
we
bit
didn't
more
play
and
it
see if
enough.
this is another hint. So Andrew's, I guess, a genius comic. Okay, I'll tell you when to pause this time for another hint.
Okay, here we go. Andrew Schultz, what could... Because we both guessed it right when he said that word. We both said it out loud. But we watch a lot of these specials. And we go to all the local comedy gatherings. Have you ever seen those two... Ooh. Have you ever seen those two hooded figures in the back of your comedy show? That's us. And we're recording. We've got one of the little tiny recorders. We're not using our phones. You've told us no phones. So I brought an old school recorder. All right, let's hear. Maybe we'll get more of a hint. Andrew?
Don't lie when you who they came to see. And the wrist don't lie when the watch is made for he. My yellow
Pusha T.
brick rule was 25 a key.
Pusha T, you are lucky they let you just rap about that same story over and over again in the same voice. Very lucky. When will that run out? When will Pusha T not be... I like it still.
Same. I'm not
When
bored
will
yet.
we turn it on and go, wait, this again? You don't move rocks. You could barely stand up to Kanye when he's talking to you like this. Did you know Kanye... Listen to this story. Hold on, cut to me. Kanye West, you want to hear the latest from him? He was supposed to headline Rolling Loud, right? Jules?
Yes.
Yeah.
This weekend.
So listen to this. Kanye West this weekend headlining Rolling Loud. For the last year, they've been promoting this.
Yes, and they were like, he's for sure coming
for
on
sure
Twitter.
coming.
They were like making fun of Coachella
Yeah.
on Twitter when he dropped out.
Yeah. So everybody bought a ticket to Rolling Loud thinking they're going to see Kanye West. The day before the weekend comes. I cancel. I don't remember. So what Kanye... I can't believe people fall for this. All of a sudden, like when Kanye was feeling good 6 months ago, he was booking like every summer festival.
People
And
thought
then
he
the
was gonna
Summer
be at
Fest came and he's like,
Coachella.
oh, I'm in my hiding phase right now. There's no concert. But Kanye, you could be sued. I don't care.
But I can't believe that people actually thought he was going to be there.
Well,
this
listen
weekend.
to this. He quit the concert, and guess who they got to replace him? Kid Cudi. I'm not kidding. Who's in a giant feud with Kanye right now. I don't even know why this would be in Kid Cudi's best interest. A bunch of screaming Kanye fans who probably hate him now. There to harass him. Why would you take that spot? That's crazy. That's Kanye.
Hopefully they throw stuff at him. We'll see. Maybe there'll be a live stream we should watch.
That would be great.
Kendrick is supposed to be
Maybe
there
they'll
also.
boo him. If you were planning on the Kanye West summer weekend of your life, and it was Kid Cudi after they had a giant falling out, and Kid Cudi said, "Oh, just so you know, I do not work with Kanye anymore," which he did.
Yep.
Wouldn't you want to harass and throw anything you could find at Kid Cudi at this very show? I would. I would be just livid. I mean, everybody at that show would suffer. Okay, so let's go back to Andrew Schultz. What could he be talking about?
We'll give you more of a hint.
Comedy premise. Now, remember, these are standard comedy premises.
You've heard this one before many times.
Well, hold your
Trust
hand.
us.
Why are girlfriends psychopaths? What do girlfriends do that is so psycho? Let's hear.
Focus on psycho.
Focus on psycho. What do girls are into that is so psycho? Here.
Hi.
Sorry, it's hard to rewind
Just
a
saying
bit.
hi, you know? How long you guys been together?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years?
Oh,
Good shit. He said almost.
And by the way, when you go see his stand-up and you see him repeat the crowd work, then the GOAT thing kind of falls apart. When you go, oh, all the crowd work is the same the whole tour too? You know, that's where you start. And I think this was a big mistake because, again, he forced every motherfucking fan that he's ever had to come see him on tour this year. He forced them.
Someone got it.
They got it.
Joe, should I? Here.
Yeah,
You can
let's play it. We're going to play it, and then you could read it. You know who won. Great. We got a winner, folks. So we'll play the bit, and I'm going to pause it, and then we'll read Joe's guess, and then we'll see if he's right. But he is right.
What were you doing in the beginning, yo?
It's coming up. This is going to be epic.
Throwing that coochie around Austin? What's going on here?
But again, he could have just seen it. He could have just watched it right now, downloaded it, watched it. $50 gift card minus $18.92. You still come out you still come out ahead. Even if you buy the special and guess, you still come out 40-something. Here it comes.
Oh, you're engaged and everything. Ooh, congratulations. You get married, you guys move in together, you learn a lot of shit. I learned a lot of shit about my girl when we moved in together. I learned she's a fucking psychopath.
Fuck yeah.
Just based on her Netflix queue. That's it.
I
turn on her Netflix. It's just.
Okay, so what did the guy say?
He said true crime podcast.
True
that bitch
crime.
Be listening to crime podcast.
Yes. Oh, the true crime, huh? The ladies are wild with their true crime. What's next? The gay dating app. J-Date. Slender. What's next?
I
what
thought
other
everybody was gonna
comedy?
get that right
Well,
away.
that's tough. It's tough, but they get it now. They get it
to
now.
the Netflix queue part.
But
I
isn't
guess.
this every special we watch from the last 7 years with these dipshits? It's the same 10 jokes. Just their slightly different take, meaning that they've redone their favorite comedian's bit their way. I mean, it really is something else. How come nobody accuses these people of stealing anymore? You know, how many comedians get to do the same Michael Jackson joke over the last 6 years?
Joe Rogan has done like a 30-minute thing about how he's like, these girls are crazy. They watch all these documentaries. They think everyone's out to kill them.
And
like
yes,
100
everything
times
they're
in the
saying,
last year.
everything they're saying has been on 100 podcasts over the last 10 years. We've heard it all. So their stand-up, they think it's good enough. Yo, bro, you know all that stuff that I said on my podcast and that you've heard on every other podcast? Well, at the end of the year, I recap it for $200 a seat. And you guys go nuts to hear the recap? You know, most of stand-up comedy is you looking over at the guy next to you and going, "It's the first time I've heard something like this in public with you." That's all it is. It's a disgrace. And how long are we going to let this happen? Here is true crime. True crime.
Every type of serial killer documentary you could imagine. There's a guy who kills nuns, guy who kills hookers, guy who kills kids, cooking show. Who watches?
I feel hack exposing some bull like this. I feel like Brandon Wardell going, oh, look what they're doing. This is beneath me for you to do this material. Do you understand? You need to elevate yourself, son. For Red Bar's sake.
6 hours of serial killers and then British Bake Off to wash it down. How many of you ladies in here enjoy serial killer shows?
We know this. This is come up with this, bro. You certainly didn't come up with this. And you know this. I mean, really, we've been hearing about this for the last 20 years with this serial killer thing with the women. It's not your bit. Give the money back.
And doesn't your beautiful new wife that you just married have anything more interesting to her than just the same thing that everybody else's wife already has? There's not one thing you can think of.
Exactly. That's how you've relegated your wife to, yo, my wife's psycho, bro. Cool.
I mean,
That's
but
really
can't
nice.
she be psycho for a more unique reason that
Exactly.
you noticed about her than the same thing everyone
Right.
else's wife does?
I'm starting to putter up. We're going to go to 105. I want you to hear this black voice, and then I want to turn to Joe Budden because something serious is happening. The black community is not amused with Rachel Schultz. Let's hear this. Let's just get a taste of his black voice. He got more blackety throughout the special.
Of our relationship by farting in front of me like
Listen
that.
to
That's
this.
disgusting. That sound comes out of your pussy after sex. I got my hand to my ear like Hulk Hogan, like, let her rip, baby! I'm waiting for it. When my girl gets off the bed after sex, I'm waiting for that propeller to start spinning.
He switches between like Italian and black guy.
But that's
very
black.
fluently.
Yo, bro. I mean, it's like the corniest thing in the world. When I start selling me, my girl starts spinning. Some would say that's black voice. Some would say this is black voice. Wait till you hear what Joe Budden has to say. Joe Budden, who is very abusive. He's kicked out all those co-hosts. He's a sick man.
Fuck,
but I
there's
agree
a bunch
with
of
him.
guys fighting over who guessed it first, but I just have to give it to the guy that I already said.
You're fighting over my
I just
gift.
looked down and there's two
No
guys.
fighting over gift cards in front
It
of
was
host
Joe
and staff.
_Lodo that I saw first. I'm sorry.
You're
He's the winner.
fighting? You didn't already get a shirt? Stupid. Buy the shirts.
More contests to come.
I'll buy a new light
worry.
with the money. All right, listen to this. This is blackety stuff.
She takes 2 steps and just,
Whoa.
oh, babe, you taking a flight? You going to the Bahamas or something? I know you're not going to the Virgin.
If you've ever seen black stand-up comedy, this is what it is. I mean, he's channeling his black heroes in comedy. The nominees.
Islands after what I did to you. It's the same thing with squirting. We know it's pee, ladies. We're not stupid.
Squirting is pee.
Squirting is pee. That's a good one. I never heard that one before. Even Brian Redband. Brian Redband must be sitting like this watching every special. Those are all my observations from 2002. Dolphins fuck people. Squirting is pee. Every comic steals my jokes.
Chula came by you. Look.
Did he really?
Look, he's right there.
Chula. Can't hear a thing.
Well, he ran away.
Come here. Do you think that this is just a normal day? Oh, God, you could see him. Still alive, 17. It's getting scary. You ever dealt with a 17-year-old dog? They're so rebellious. All they want to do is party and drink your beer. They stole. Every day they steal my money. 20s. Okay, so he's black, right? Watch this. Joe Budden don't like his blackity stuff. So the black community is kind of picking up. You know, he did a lot of nasty stuff with Charlemagne, the god. And isn't that amazing? Charlemagne is the person who insulted Kanye on The Breakfast Club to the degree where I could never forgive Charlemagne. And Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz were best friends. They did that show together, The Brilliant Idiots. Let's watch this. Let's watch Joe Budden talk about where could I find this, by the way?
Oh, sorry. I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah, Joe. No, I got it.
Oh,
Joe Budden, Andrew Schultz, 203.35. Look at this. This is going to be eye-opening.
What's good? What's good, team? Rookie nigga, get my bag.
203.35.
Damn, man, that looked like a lot to catch that little ass water bottle.
Listen.
I was shocked, bro.
Listen to this shit.
I didn't know that. I gotta watch 3 now. I only seen 1.
Coming up.
And them dogs.
Oh, cut to the TV.
We'll talk. Them dogs, though, that's another reason the show is great, yo.
Dang.
Anyway,
Dogs was about that action.
listen.
Dusty.
Anything else of
Lot of
major
Dusty.
importance before
Dusty
we get out of
fillings.
here?
I mean, on the heels of some of the unfortunate stuff, racial shit, racial undertones, your man Andrew Schultz that you love so much.
My man.
Yeah, it's your
My man.
I saw a clip of him talking about Juneteenth. The shit was kind of disturbing.
Ooh, what's Juneteenth, Jules? I really don't know.
You don't, the day the slaves were freed, I think.
What slave?
I'm not from America. I'm sorry. We don't have slaves where I'm from.
The slaves were all freed on the same day? Yikes! Whoa! Earthquake. Did it feel like there was an earthquake? The slaves were all freed on the same day?
I hope that's true.
Were you able to go outside, or did you have to wait till the smell went down? Yikes. Does anyone talk about what that day must have been like? So I don't care. I don't know about any of that. I don't follow this, but I guess
it's a new holiday as of last year. So
for those of you who
about
don't know, if you're a black person and you see Andrew Schultz butting up, like black people, they really don't know what's going on. They see like some black people confuse Joe Rogan with like the same thing as like Nick Fuentes type of guy. You know what I mean? Like some people just don't understand like who, because there's subtleties.
Like the guys who think that Joe Rogan is like a real alt-right guy, not just like a dumb idiot old man.
So to some people, Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz and these people are like the alt-right. To some people, if you hang out with Alex Jones for even 2 seconds, you're like a Nazi. They don't know. There's confusion in the air. But I love seeing this. Some black people think Andrew Schultz, because of maybe the COVID denial stuff that he sided with Rogan.
Well, they're going to tell you what they didn't like.
Oh, okay. So here's why black people are suspicious of Schultz.
I saw a clip of him talking about Juneteenth. The shit was kind of disturbing. He goes.
You guys know what Juneteenth is? It's a federal holiday, okay? We're celebrating the end of slavery, and there it is.
See, in Andrew Schultz's airheaded attempt to be anti-PC, he doesn't realize that he's stepping on the toes of a lot of out-of-it black people who don't really understand. In this free speech movement, why he said, I'm so mad that Gavin McInnes, Anthony Cumia, and Josh Denny have latched onto this free speech thing is because free speech movements sound a little KKK-y nowadays. So because Andrew Schultz is free speech, it's got these black guys who are confused to begin with.
Because he's free speech.
They're all confused going, free speech, that's like pitchfork shit. Nuh-uh. Like they don't know. You know, it's a big mess. This is why you can't do this stuff. So now Andrew Schultz in his anti-PC is probably like anti-trans, and that kind of spills over now because now you got this anti-trans audience. Now they want to hear about some more anti-stuff. So they're also anti-Juneteenth, and maybe there are some black people out there who anti-Juneteenth, then you anti-me. Mama did be daylight, mama. That's a digital version of a glitch. Of a mama did be daylight, mama. Oh, no. He said Juneteenth? That's right. See, some black guys don't even know the difference between saying Juneteenth and having a problem with Juneteenth. They don't know. They don't have time. They're watching Adam 22 for news. They don't know what's happening. So you can't blame them. Andrew Schultz jumped onto the hip-hop scene. Remember the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God? That's how Andrew Schultz built his empire. On the backs of confused black people who said, all right, you the only white boy. You the only white boy. Okay, you did it. And then he's the next day behind their back. Juneteenth is so fucked up, dude. Like, Rowan, shut the fuck up. And they're like, nah.
I mean, who can blame them?
Who could blame the blacks?
He did
Or
use
what Schultz said.
them.
Okay, let's
What
see.
Joe
Yes,
Biden
he did.
said.
Bravo. This is the first year, so they didn't attach a sale to it yet, but, you know, we're American. You know what I mean? Within 5 years, there will be Juneteenth sales, guaranteed. Every store, 3/5 off every item is...
And what the black people who are mad at Schultz doing it, by the way, that was special audio.
Curated.
It's curated for loud sound. What was I going to say? I forgot. I did. I forgot. Wait, maybe if I rewind it, I'll
Oh my God.
remember. Wait till you see the song I'm attempting at the end of this.
Every store, 3/5 off every item is... Except the cotton swabs. You pay...
Yeah, what I think, what I was going to say, there's some black people out there like, how is that a joke? I mean, that's what we're dealing with, and you have to understand, they don't get, like, sometimes they just don't get that. You know what I mean? There are a lot of black people out there that don't get why that's an acceptable joke from a white guy, right? They just don't get it. There's nothing funny about that to them. To me, what Andrew Schultz is forgetting is that the only reason this is even coming out of his mouth is to pander to this hackneyed free speech thing that he's doing. Not even realizing that maybe it was a footstep too deep for his homies. You know what I mean? But the thing that makes it so great is that Andrew Schultz got into this mess not because he had something to say, but because he had something hack to say. Okay? Lesson learned.
An extra for the cotton swab.
New Joe Biden.
Anybody has a take other than myself?
You got a round of a booze in there?
Fam, that shit is...
I don't.
I don't see how that's funny. I don't see how that's comedy, and I don't see how the world ain't in uproar.
I don't see how the world ain't in uproar. Oh, I'm in uproar about different stuff, though. Will you take my uproar as yours? I don't know why the world ain't in uproar. That sounds like something I would say. We should change the name of this show. Why the world ain't in uproar.
Does this guy, do you know anything about this guy? Does he
No.
know, like, is he friends with Schultz?
No.
Or does he know him, or is he just
Well, they all
seeing
know
this clip?
Schultz from the hip-hop scene, and they're not too happy with him. Joe Budden fired his two co-hosts because they wanted a pay raise and replaced him with the dusty-ass, most negative, depressed,
He thought
dusty
the last
ass
guy were negative.
Yeah, these guys are negative. I don't know why a white guy's even talking. And you're like, even Joe Budden's like, damn, you guys are strict.
That's like us sitting on there talking about some Holocaust shit and making jokes of it.
It's fine.
And people lost their life. It's the biggest travesty in the history of the world. Is slavery that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see how they could just rock out with that. Like, that's cool.
Anything I say about him, people will just say that I don't like him or something. But
No,
this has been my point the
My nigga,
entire
some
time.
shit is
See, that's why is everybody afraid to be like, I do not like him. Here's some reasons and some reaches. Why? Why is that not good enough? Why does everybody need to be so, oh, it's all accurate? Doesn't have to be accurate. Just hate him.
Well, we should use facial recognition software to find every person from Schultz's audience and report them to their boss.
That's what we're going to do today. We are going to go to every person that's ever attended a Schultz show. We're going to send this tape and go, look what he's done to the blacks. Yep. And your employer was caught laughing like a hyena to anti-black Juneteenth jokes. We're calling all your employees. If you've been to an Andrew Schultz show, and they'll believe it. Yo, dude, bro, don't call my boss. Don't call that. We're calling your boss. We're calling every Andrew Schultz's fan's boss. and reporting you for racists.
Undeniable.
Have you seen what happened to Bodega, bro? He was fired immediately for doing nothing.
In seconds.
All the boss needs now is somebody going, your employee. That's fine. We will fire him. That's all they need.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. See?
Yeah, like, yo,
3/5.
he talks about the sale.
1 month.
Right? Oh, we're going to have a sale, and it's going to be, 3/5 off. So, historically...
He did that, too? No. Yo, we're going to have a sale. 3/5 off. And
I
meanwhile...
hope he didn't actually have the sale. I don't
But
think
it
he
is,
did.
I'm telling you, if you hang out with homies all the time, and then you're, like, behind their back making a bunch of slavery jokes that you never made to their face... Like when he's on the show.
That's why I asked if this guy knows Schultz. From before this,
yes.
Because maybe
everyone. Let me tell you.
It seems crazy that he'd be this
the
mad
entire
over
New
just the
York, everyone in Staten Island knows Schultz, bro. Sneaker shopping. Schultz was Charlemagne's guy. Charlemagne brought Schultz into this New Jersey, New York, Staten Island black people universe. The Breakfast Club is the BET of the East Coast. And Schultz never did any of this type of humor on his shows with Charlemagne or when he gobbled up the black audience on his appearances on the Breakfast Club. He never did any of this humor. So they fall in love with him as, oh man, this guy's on our side. And then cut to now he's hanging out with Rogan and he's on stage mocking and laughing about our slavery incident, which would be fine. Maybe but he kissed our ass for years. And we feel that he's used us as step stools. That's what they're saying. And you must listen to the black man's plea. I mean, this guy is serious and he's barely black. He's Mexican to me. So let's hear some more.
In the slavery days,
cheers. I love that.
It was a beef going on. Mm-hmm. So it was a beef going on against slavery owners paying taxes versus slavery owners claiming people for tax purposes, they would claim slaves as property or machinery to get the tax breaks.
Yes.
But then it was
they wanted to vote.
And again, just like Adam McIntyre, our enemies, yes, they're racist. They're homophobes. Do you understand? This is what you do to them. You get them caught up in these predicaments. You don't side with, oh, but Mike, we're trying to stop that. Not here. We're trying to start that here. Just like I'm the Adam McIntyre of podcasting.
And so another thing was they would have voting power, so they would claim them as people. Right? So it got to a point where you can't be on both sides of the argument. They can't be property and chattel to serve your purpose, and then they can't be people to serve your purpose. So what they did was make slaves 3/5 of
Joe
a man
goes in
so
on
that
Schultz
it was
soon,
like
right?
a happy compromise.
Yeah, here we go.
You understand what I'm saying? So
I don't know if I would describe it as a happy compromise, but I mean, I feel what you're saying.
Compromise
For
amongst
them.
the people that were beefing.
I
Yeah.
guess so, yeah.
So for him to make the joke like, yo, the sale is going to be 3/5 off.
Except for
is
cotton
disgusting.
swabs.
Except for the cotton swabs, my nigga.
See, they're mad at the hackery. They're mad at, really, that's what you're doing? That's like what Josh Denny says to us. That's what like the actual, you know what I mean? You get to this point where you're going, that's your joke, your big artistic creation that you must uphold. That's kind of why they're complaining. Now, listen, I believe in the very dumbest stereotype could be, and most usually is, the funniest one. Because it's so, that's where I'm not going to explain it anymore. That's where I find funny. Look at this black guy. What was he? Late to his job, probably. Probably needs to borrow some credit, right? He's got zilch in his accounts. That to me is almost hilarious. But Schultz is actually doing it as if it's contemporary
He's
good
not doing
art,
it.
and then you're
Can you
cutting to the audience.
imagine
And
if
then these black people are cutting the audience of these guys, laughing it up about their society. I mean, I could see I could see.
Someone says the 3/5 sales joke has been posted all over the internet since last year. Hack.
That's what we should be mad at. You know, never protect a free speecher who's being hacked. Okay? They're hurting free speech with this bull. If Schultz was funny and did some black jokes that were funny, he would help free speech. Because then the blacks would go, that's pretty funny, man. Oh, I see. Okay, it's fine. But no, they do the hackiest jokes, making the blacks the maddest. Because at the very least, the blacks kind of want you to be a bit more creative if you're going to talk about how much their race is duty-y, right? Okay, let's see what Joe finally says. He's a little scared to go at Andrew Schultz.
Disgusting.
No one needs to be as scared of Andrew Schultz, by the way. He is so easy. Seriously. It's like fighting my dog. You go like this, and he goes, for days.
I don't get nothing about it. And nobody won't say nothing about it. Like, that's crazy to me.
Some good offensive comedy is good to me. That's not good offensive comedy. That's just offensive.
Yeah. I agree with you.
And again, I'm telling you, people don't get offended unless they hate the guy. If you don't hate the guy, these guys they're not going to say that. Yes, they're hypocrites. Yes, they're terrible. They don't know. They don't got the time.
It's so true. Like, if you hear, like, Denny saying something about women, you're like,
fuck. So that's what it is. Like, these guys know. They
it's just
see
that you
Schultz.
hate the guy
they
so much.
hate him. So that's where all this woke stuff comes from. It's because they want to articulate how much they hate this guy, but they feel so pressured by society that they have to use legit reasons when they don't. You're allowed to just hate this motherfucker. You're allowed.
You can't say nothing about other marginalized groups of people, but with us, it'd be kind of free reign unless one of us does it. That's nuts to me.
What y'all thought he was about to get on once he started all that right-wing pandering?
Right-wing pander. And this is true. I've seen him do it. Come on. We've all seen it. You know, and I haven't heard any complaints, but I hope we're not upsetting anybody. But yeah, all this, right? It is panderment. I've been showing you it step by step since it's been happening. You can't just pretend to like that because you hate the other side. You have to hate them both. You just have to.
I'm not familiar with him. Yeah, I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like, somebody sent me that and was like, yo, this shit is disgusting. Y'all should discuss this.
How long have we been on, just to remind them? I'm doing fine, by the way.
7:30.
7:30, our longest show to date. Cut to me. 7:30, I've got some exciting announcements. My health is doing so much better. So much better. Like, I've never thought I would be here. I'm wearing pants. The other day, I was able to wear pants for the first time in years. It felt amazing. I looked so cool. I was wearing pants. I was in so much pain that putting on pants was just too much. I could wear pants. I could drive now. I'm healing. But I know that I will be back in that hell.
Don't say that.
I know it's coming.
You can't curse yourself with that.
But I wanted to let everybody know this is the best I've been in 2 years. This is better than I've been when we left you a year ago.
I know, definitely.
So it's really amazing. I can't tell you the only change that I really made is something that you wouldn't believe me on. You would think it was an ad. So I can't tell you. But there is a product that I've been using that I swear made me better.
Not say it for sure.
So I'm going to tell you what it is.
No, you can't.
Just let me.
I don't think
the product I've been using that makes me feel a lot better. And since I switched to these, I felt a lot better. But it is a podcaster product, so I'm embarrassed. But I'll tell you what it is. It is Thick Boy Production Shorts. I feel amazing. Thick Boy Production from Brandon Shaw. It's embarrassing. But his shorts, and now I'm wearing pants. After only 2 weeks of wearing his shorts. Gotcha! Gotcha! Wow, I'm hearing some
I
heavy
know there's like a
bass. Are there shooters outside coming to get me?
Is someone
All right,
attacking us right now?
Let's finish this up because that bass is too heavy. And I got to do my ending.
When
so.
I saw it, just the fact that you could get up there like just cavalier and say that shit
just
is
that you was
crazy.
Comfortable enough to make that joke and he like. That say a lot.
Yo, dog, we on
that
the podcast.
bass is insane.
Blanking out female.
They got to stop that bass. Somebody's outside our place.
Yo, for
pumping the
fear
bass.
of being fucking canceled. This motherfucking dog. That's just a different level of arrogance.
Do I got to
different
go
level.
outside and tell them to turn down the? Somebody's outside with the biggest system I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
what if it's Sam Tripoli holding a giant boombox?
That does sound like Tears in Heaven if it had like 4 12s. Boom, boom, boom. Can people hear those low frequencies? I mean, the whole place is rumbling. It sounds like they've put subwoofers surrounding. We're surrounded by subs. Can they stop? Put us to break. Put us to break real quick and just leave the mic on. Hold on a sec. I gotta go take care of something. I'll be right back. Did it sound good? I can't hear. I'll be right back. You get that? Okay, I'm not really going to be right back. I mean, I am going to be right back. That's killing me. Feels kind of nice to walk around this whole place. If they could only see what area I'm in. Hold on a second. We got to get that bass to stop. They can't hear that, but it's going through my body.
Can you guys hear it at all?
Can they hear the bass?
Nobody said they could hear it, so it's probably fine.
I know. Okay, how much you could take me back? It's bothering me, though. It's driving me nuts, and I can't believe some animal, some savage. And it's a white guy, by the way. When you live here, all the worst people are white. So that's why I'm starting to hate whites more now. All right, let's hear Joe's final word on Schultz, and then we're going to end with the performance of a lifetime. Boy, is this going to be tough.
Level of just entitlement that you think.
And I don't be mad at the white people that get off on this type of shit. I be mad at the white people that get off on this type of shit that use black people as an entryway.
Ooh,
I'll be better. The white people wasn't fucking with Schultz.
Really?
I'm not fucking with no fucking Schultz. Nigga was a failure, yo. Nigga was a failure. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade.
true.
It was a lacking a failure. And nigga coddled up with Charlemagne and some other
Nigga
niggas.
was a failure.
And listen, man, that's what my eyes.
I just think that's
what my eyes see. This is nasty. This is disgusting.
Like if that's my man, I have a problem with you doing that.
For sure.
You
get what
hear
I'm saying?
that,
Like,
Schultz?
you can't
And he don't want
kiki
that.
with
Believe me, Schultz looks at himself as like that dude from the Dave Chappelle show who we have a problem with, his brother, Neil Brennan. Can we, guys, stop giving Kevin Brennan the time of day? What's so funny?
Just nothing. I was laughing at you.
This is serious. Kevin Brennan, Andrew Schultz fancies himself like the king of the blacks, like the one white boy who's allowed with the blacks. And I'm sure this is crushing him to hear, right? Don't you think?
Me after saying some shit like that. That's not funny. And again, I'm mad liberal when it comes to comedy. That's offensive. You know what I mean?
And not particularly funny.
I mean, to some people.
If I read to this guy what Cha Hoy in our chat just said, you're lucky I don't have a stream deck to pull up your Twitch chats on screen. I don't have Mersh technology. I don't have a thing where Ethan Ralph comes in with a bunch of sounds. But if these three on my screen saw what this guy just said from Cha Hoy, I can't even repeat that. Do people in the chat know what I'm talking about? Cha Hoy. You want to hear what he says? No, you got to be there. You got to be there for the live shows. redbarradio.net/Scars Club. To see what Cha Hoy had to say in front of them on June 13th. Unbelievable. All right, let's wrap this up. And then the performance of a lifetime. Very nervous about this one.
People was funny.
I guess too racist. It's
But
probably
yeah,
funny.
like yo, it was clever. But I just think that you should know better in these days and times than saying that. It's like saying a funny joke about some other
it's
groups.
they know they can.
It's
get
like
off
saying
on
a funny
us.
joke about some other groups.
Repercussions.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Like you said, he wouldn't have made that.
Yeah, but
joke
he
about
shouldn't have been able to. He shouldn't have been able to feel like that, considering you've always been around
I mean,
us.
he probably would have
It was-
also made a Holocaust joke, to
Yes,
be
of
fair.
So there it is. The black community hates you, Andrew Schultz. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's going to cut to the TV shot. And then the performance of a lifetime. This one is not fleshed out. So, but I think you're going to really like it. We're going to set that up for you right now. Let's get some background. This is Andrew Schultz starter music. Here we go. And we'll be right back. Oh, wait. We're going to hear this song out. This is Rhett from Rhett and Link. It's his new project. I'm not kidding. Believe me.
Think you want an answer.
Performance by me coming up.
I'm not prepared to give.
This is really Rhett from Rhett and Link.
'Cause the one I gave you said that ain't it. Must be something that I want. Fame and fortune, or at least a little dawn. It may seem too cut and dry, but I just found some things I could not brush aside. Now if you'll oblige, I don't think it's
I love this song.
I'm not asking you to agree, I'm just asking you to believe me.
Post Malone. This is Rhett from Rhett and Link. We're not kidding.
You say my heart was never true.
They're all lying. If I put this out, they'd be like, it's amazing.
More about you.
Listen to this. Rhett.
He's a star.
I know it shouldn't matter if you take my word when I say I didn't leave 'cause I was hurt. But there goes my pride with this refrain that I'd be seen as justified. Likely nothing I could say, and I'm not sure you would care for me to explain. Sure you can pray, but I don't think it's
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to agree, I'm just asking you to believe me. You say my heart was never true.
Here go all your problems again. 3, 2, 1, you're pinned. Uncle right back in the pen. Auntie shot down again. Did she finally come to life? Ever wish you had another life? Ever wish you had another life? Ever wish you had another? Don't you wish the night would go numb? I've been feeling low for so long. I ain't had a high in so long. I've been in the dark for so long. Night is always darkest before dawn. Gotta make my mark before I'm gone. I don't want to die alone. I don't want to die alone. I get mad when you're gone. Mad when you're home. Mad when you're home. Sad when you're gone. Mad when you're home. Floating on a silver lining, and I'm not ready to lie, and I'm not ready behind me, and I'm not ready to find me. Where to find? You know exactly where to find me. Unbelievable. Here it comes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Did those ideas ever really come to life? Make it all come to life. Make it all come to life. Praying for a change in your life. Well, maybe it could come tonight. Sadness setting in again. 3, 2, 1, you're pinned. Uncle right back in the pen. Tell me how Auntie been. Took your thoughts and penciled them in. Should've wrote them down in pen. And maybe they'll come to life. Thank you. And maybe they will come to life. Sadness set in again. 3, 2, 1, you're pinned. Uncle right back in the pen. Tell me how Auntie been. Thought she had a pencil man. Probably should've wrote them in pen. And maybe they will come to life. Yeah, they could finally come to life. They can finally come to life. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You know where to find me. They cannot define me, so they crucify me. How they phase when I leave. Come and purify me. Come and sanctify me. You did it and I breathe that ultra light beam. Brought a gift to Northie. All she want was Nikes. This is not about me. God is still alive. And I'm free. Floating on a silver lining. Yeah, I'm free. Thank you. I'm free. Good night. Floating on a silver lining. Another hit show, Jules.